it's Holly and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Holly and I'm a fairly new account to YouTube, but I haven't been posting much recently. Like, I literally haven't posted in months. But here is my back to school haul of everything that I've got ready for going back to school, well, college, because I'm in college again for the second year. I can explain a bit more with when it comes to the books and stuff that I've got, which will be a bit confusing, but hopefully it will make more sense when I explain it. You can see behind me I have a lot of different back to school items. Some of them I have brought previous years and others I brought recently, well, yesterday mainly. So I'll try and remember to say if I've brought them new or they were used from last year. You can probably tell because some of them aren't in packaging, but yeah. So the first thing that I have is a backpack. This one is what I used last year. I think I did make a video about what was in my back to school bag last year, but I'm using the exact same bag this year because there's no problem with it. I don't see the point of buying a new bag every year if, you know, if the other one's perfectly fine. So I'm using the same bag as before. It has lots of compartments. It's got a lot of space, so it's really good for back to school. I did get a question about someone asking on my TikTok, because I made a TikTok video of like a shortened version of this. So if you wanted to check it out, it's humbly_homemade. But they asked me, was like, how come you're using like a backpack? Like, don't most people use like handbags and stuff? And some people do, but personally from last year, I think it's just easier to have a backpack because you can fit lots more in it and it's just more practical. And most people do wear backpacks as well. They don't wear like handbags as much as a few people, but like there's not many. So the next two things that I'm going to show you, they're not necessary, but one, already have them, and two, they'll be very useful with like revision. When I'm at home, I won't take it into college because I just don't see the point. But the first thing I have is my iPad. Now, I think it's just a lot easier if you need to get work done. I have like a little keyboard that I can kind of connect to my iPad, and I can type on it, so it's pretty useful when I can zoom in and things like that. So it's very useful for revision because I can do anything on it really. And then similarly, I have a laptop. It's big because with my vision I can't use the little laptops because I can't see it and I have to zoom in so much, it's just complicated, so we have a big one. But this is also useful especially when I'm on like the website for my college and I need to write stuff, and also I'm going to be starting to write a book on here as well, so this is going to be very useful for that. Next two things aren't really school related, like subject related, but I am really getting into reading at the moment, and when I've got like free periods of time, I can either use my Kindle, which I love, or I can read books. This is the one that I've just started reading. I was reading November 9 before, but I finished it. It was really good. Recommend it if you haven't read it. And then to go with that, I have something that I use because of my vision. It's called a magnifier. So it has like a light on it. And it's really useful, so I can make things clearer because it magnifies it, hence the name of the magnifier. But I use it for reading, apart from with my Kindle, because I can change the font, or I use it for like my revision books and things like that, or texts that are too small. So this is like a necessity for me. Not for anyone else, well, not for most people, but for me it is. And another thing that's very useful for me is my, makes a really weird noise, is my overlay, because I'm dyslexic, so this is really useful because it's like improves my reading a lot, makes it a lot easier, so I've got that as well. So the next 3 things are books for school, which are like workbooks, which will help with like revision, and if like I have spare time I can just work through the books and it'll help. Because for this year I'm taking English and business again, because last year unfortunately I had to stop going to college for the rest of the year. I didn't get to do my English and business because I was just struggling mentally, and I was basically not in the space to do it. And then the reason I'm taking GCSE English again and level 2 business is because when I was doing my GCSEs I was unfortunately in hospital. I think I explained it in one of my other videos, so if you did you can check it out on one of them. It may have been the Get to Know Me one, but I'm not 100% sure. And I was in hospital for my GCSEs and I managed to pass my maths and science, but on my English paper I had to get a CT scan, so I actually missed the exam and I couldn't help it, I actually couldn't. So I didn't pass, so I was doing English again last year to get my GCSE English, but obviously that didn't work out because I didn't manage to finish the year and do the English exam. So I'm doing it again this year, but I am working really hard to try and get it this year, and hopefully that'll be it. I can say goodbye to English and then hopefully I'll be able to do A-level psychology and BTEC business next year, which is what I'm aiming for and doing some work for. So because of that I have some books. I don't have a business book. I don't know if I'm going to need one for this year, maybe for BTEC business with the level 3, but for the English I've got the English language paper, my exam board Edexcel, which is different to what I had when I was at GCSE level, like doing GCSEs in my high school. So it was a bit confusing switching to a different exam board because the questions are slightly different. So I'm having to get used to all of that, but I've got the revision book, which is kind of just a guide. And then today I also got the English language question book, which just has like a bunch of different GCSE level questions in it so that I can practice with that. And then finally for workbooks I got the A-level psychology year 1 and AS, so that I can be prepared and start once in November, once I've done my English my English GCSE. I'll only really have business left if I pass, fingers crossed I do, and I will be starting using this. I may start now, to be honest, because I love psychology and I find it really interesting, so I just want to get ahead so that I'm ready. Now the next things are folders, because I personally find them really important, especially I have 2 smaller ones, one for English, one for business, which I take in my bag. Obviously if I have a lesson that I've got only business, I'm not going to take my English folder, and vice versa. If I have English I'm not going to take my business. If I'm busy, if I have business I'm not going to take my English. There we go, got there in the end. So I've got these 2 books which I'm like matching with the little sticker on there, and these are basically what I'm gonna take to college. So it will have like the PowerPoints in it that of the most recent for that topic, that unit basically, and then like my book, and then if there's any spare paper that we use I can put it in here, hole punch it, and yeah. And the same works for the English. I haven't got anything in the English yet because I didn't really do any work in English because I wasn't really in many lessons, but I'm going to be in every lesson, well, as much as I can this year. So I've got the English book for that. And then I also have like a business, but it's for home because it's a lot thicker, and it's basically going to store every single PowerPoint that I've had from previous units, any extra paper like work that on the worksheets that we've done that don't need to be with me all the time, and I can just keep this at home and put like everything in it that I need for for that, so that's going to be very useful. Next are notebooks. I've got 4 notebooks here. Got 4 notebooks. The kind of themes like pink and blue. Hang on a second. Sorry, the next 4 things are notebooks. So I've got, because it was a 3 for 2 offer, so at WH Smith's, so I already had 1 notebook that I got given by a friend, and so I was going to just get 2 more, so 1 for psychology, 1 for business, because I've already got 1 for English, but it was a 3 for 2, so I kind of couldn't really pass up on the offer. So the first one is just this one, which I think is really cool because it has a little kind of calendar, and then I only just realised it also has like misspelled English words in it. I don't know why, but it does, so I think that's going to be really useful. Use that one. Then I have just this Booker pad one, which is like quite thick, which will be good for like revision. I mainly use these for revision because we get given like books to do like our work in class with. Then I have, which is probably my favourite, this one. It's got like the gold kind of colour, and I just love the colour of it. Like, I find it really pretty, so I really like this one. It's really pretty, the colour and everything, it's really nice. And then finally I have this book that I've already been working in, and I got given by one of my mum's friends. It's just a marble notebook because I absolutely love marble, and the blue is really nice as well. So that's kind of the theme I'm going for the notebooks. See, things are revision cards. So I've got this pack, which have really pretty colours, and then also this pack here, which has these colours. I've already started to use some of them from before, but I think I've got plenty here to last me a while because I write multiple questions on each, so that's great. Onto the pencil case. I'm using what I used last year because, yet again, like the bag, I don't see the point of getting a new one because it's perfectly fine. So I've got this pencil case, which is quite big, but it will have everything that I need in it. Go with the folders. I just got a small pack of dividers because I already have some dividers, so I don't need many, but I thought I'd just get some just to be on the safe side. Now we're on to like stationery bits. So the first thing I got was just a pack of pencils, just HB pencils, because you never know when you need them. They're always useful. If not, I'll use them for drawing, so it doesn't matter. I'll use them anyway. Next are some glue sticks. I got most of this stuff from the works, so I don't know how good the glue sticks are going to be, but I thought for £1 I'll just get them because, yeah, they can't be too bad, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Next I have some post-it notes, which are actually like clear ones, and I think these are really useful because if you want to write something and stick it on your book, you can still see what's underneath in the actual book, so you can do like diagrams and stick it in and you can still see what's underneath, which I find really useful. So obviously I've got the white as well, which is clear, so that's good for like workbooks. Next I just have a pair of scissors because we always run out of scissors. Not run out, we always for some reason lose scissors, and it's just useful to have a pair of scissors because they never have them at college because they're just, yeah, it's like the staplers. No one ever has them, they're like gold dust. Speaking of staplers, I have a stapler, which will be useful for just stapling pieces of thin paper together to put into my folder. And then I just got extra staples because you always run out, plus if teachers need them I can always give them out, you know, not students, but if staff need it. And then 2 things that I'd already got is a rubber and a sharpener because I don't need to get another one if these ones are fine. Once this gets really black and dirty then I'll get a new one, but I don't need to right now. Then I have a calculator, and this isn't necessary for me really anymore because I don't really do maths, but it is useful for business when we're doing like the calculating the kind of profit and, you know, all of the maths related business things, let's just say. And then I've got a pack of pens because I usually have like just the normal pens, but I really like these ones because they're smooth. And I don't know why, but like I just write better when it's more of a smooth than like a jagged, not jagged, but like a shape that's like, I don't know how to describe it. Like an octagon or whatever it's called. And then I have lots of highlighters because I'm a highlighter girly. I love highlighting my work to make it all neat and perfect, and I guess also it just keeps everything organised, so I know that if there's like a key point I can highlight it, and I know if there's lots of highlighted bits on the page, there's lots of key points, things like that. I love highlighting, I love it being organised. The last two things I've got is a hole puncher because yet again, like Gold Dust said, never have one, so it would be very useful to have one of them. And then finally we just have a ruler because it's always useful. I mean, it did have like a rubber thing there, but I've had it for years. It's literally been so long, but I love it because the writing on it's quite big, the numbers, so I can see it a lot easier. So it's very useful. But that is literally everything that I've got so far. I am hopefully getting a lunchbox for my birthday, but I'm not 100% sure obviously. But if I do, I'll show that on my birthday haul, because hopefully the next video will either be the birthday haul or kind of, yeah, it will most likely be the birthday haul, and then the video after will be the kind of vlog of my birthday, or like the few days of my birthday. So yeah, that's everything. But thank you so much for watching. I don't know how long this video will be, as I don't know most videos will be, but yeah, I hope you guys can understand why I've not been posting. And if you did want to kind of see more kind of common posts, my TikTok, as I said before, is humbly_homemade. That's the main account that I use. It has like 1.2 thousand followers. So if you want to kind of you know, get more of an update kind of thing, or more posts, go check out that. I do have an Instagram as well, but I don't really post much on that. But yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you liked, subscribed and share, and even just write a nice comment, just ask, you know, saying that you enjoyed it if you did, but if not, that's fine. But anyway, I will see you guys next video, and it will probably be my birthday when I see you guys next. Bye everyone, have a great day.